with your families and friends and promote that. But I'm done. I had a lot of fun with y'all. I done talked. You know, I didn't even get to tell all my good jokes. But next year, 2022, is going down for Dontre Day. You know, the memorial, I'm chilling. I'm gonna enjoy the memorial. When we get to this bitch here, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna enjoy it. Somebody else gonna MC, and I'm just gonna relax. With your families and friends. Right away, we didn't really want to do much, and it turned into something because it's hard to not do something for y'all. Dontre Hamilton. You know, I need to tell all my good jokes. Next year, 2022, is going down for Dontre Day. You know, the memorial, I'm chilling. I'm gonna enjoy the memorial. We get this bitch here, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna enjoy it. Somebody else gonna MC, and I'm just gonna relax. Every day as a family. He loves us every day as a son, as a brother. So we do that for him every day. It's hard. It's only right. But Mama Maria, you know, I need to tell all my good jokes. Next year, 2022, is going down for Dontre Day. You know, the memorial, I'm chilling.
Ready to go home. But no, y'all, we ain't going home. You know how we do it. We gonna shut these streets down. I want my babies to come up here, Mariah. What we want to know, y'all, we ain't going to concrete, and we gonna shut these streets down. Don't put me out because, hey, we gonna turn up in the city of Milwaukee all day. So be ready, be prepared. It's happening, going down. Now, my young family, TPR, is going to take these streets and roll. I give them this microphone. I just did my other son walk into the car. Bye, babe. We ain't heard your voice today, so you want to say a little something?
Hey, after 5 songs, we gonna release some balloons so I couldn't let Vaughn come up here and not get it too, looking like a spade. This man came up here looking like a full deck of cards. So, hey, you better play him. King, heavy is the crowd. Heavy is the crowd. If you ain't heard it, y'all need to hear Heavy is the Crowd. My man Vaughn put down music and everything else. He's a comedian too. If you watch his live support, he's a comedian. You think I got jokes? This dude got jokes. He put stuff in his beard for no reason. I mean, he do all types of stuff. I mean, you know, if you just need to laugh sometimes, go to Von Bay's page. He gonna make you laugh, but he gonna also make you understand how serious this fight is that he's been in, and he's also contributed his effort in fight through Dontre, inspiring him as well. So, you know, I love you, Von. I appreciate you. If y'all just don't know this man, get to know this man for who he is and not what all y'all hear on this social media. Social media is a joke. You know, 911 is a joke. Social media is a joke. 12 is a joke. There's so many jokes out here. So get to know people for who they are, so you can know the truth. You know it's serious. It's very serious, and it's not a joke.
Hey man, I love y'all, man.
Get to know this man for who he is.
This real day one shit right here, though. You know what I mean? A lot of us around this crowd, man, have come a long way from when we was out here fighting with the family for Dontre. And I'm just honored to be here every year. Better late than never, you feel me? But I gotta come show my love and my support for this family, because this is where I came into the movement at. You know what I'm saying? Following their lead. And it's been a long journey since then. A lot of stuff has changed, a lot of stuff's still the same, but we got a lot of work left to do. So again, man, this day, real day one shit. So if you are part of this movement and you don't know about these families, not the new names, not the new ways, go back and see the history of this movement, the history of this city and where people came from. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got too much to say, man. I came here to honor y'all and be here with y'all. So I'm
So here go one of the members from the People's Revolution.
I'm gonna get it at that, man.
DeAndre Hamilton! DeAndre Hamilton! DeAndre Hamilton! DeAndre Hamilton! Justice for! Justice for! Justice for! Justice for! Y'all make some noise for DeAndre Hamilton, y'all. Make some noise for DeAndre Hamilton, y'all. So, we here. I'm Mariah Smith. I'm a part of the People's Revolution. We here standing in solidarity with Mama. That's what we call her, Mama. Like I say every time we talk about Mama, or Mama over there, or Pops over there, none of us really know what they're going through. None of us can fathom the feeling that they feel every single day. And they get up every single day and fight. They get up every single day and do what they gotta do. That pain don't stop. So make sure y'all pour into these families. Pour into Mama. Make sure that's something that we gotta do. Us as people that don't feel what they feeling. So we gonna take it to the streets for DeAndre. We gonna take it to the streets how we do. We gonna make some noise for DeAndre Day. And let them know, like, yo, we ain't gonna shut up until he get justice, right? We not gonna shut up until he get justice, right? Okay, so DeAndre Hamilton! DeAndre Hamilton! Don't forget! Don't forget! Y'all make some noise for DeAndre. And then when we get done doing this, we're gonna meet everybody at the north side of the park. So right there in the corner, who don't know their direction. North side is right over there. Thank you all for coming out, and that concludes DeAndre Day.
Alright, Auntie, you about to release these balloons? Alright, so, you know, these are the name of DeAndre. These balloons going up for DeAndre. Auntie Zen about to release these balloons. Now, they gonna fly. They gonna fly. They fly. They fly. They fly. They gonna fly. Sorry, they gonna fly. They gonna fly. Love you. Love you, brother. So, before we get up out of here, you know, I just want to thank everybody again for coming out. So many familiar faces, new faces, and I thank y'all for coming out. Continue to support us. Please, y'all. Like we have a meeting this next Thursday with the CCC. Y'all go to the Milwaukee City page and y'all can be on our meetings. Is for y'all to be there, for y'all to challenge us, for y'all to be a part of it. It's about the community, so please participate in these meetings. Please help us be better for you. We're doing this for you. We are fighting for you and your family just as much as me and mine. So y'all, we need y'all to participate. I got a policy committee, you could be a member to that. I got an outreach committee, you could be a member to that. It's a research committee, you could be a member to that. And those things are doing work and we need y'all help. So please contribute, please be a part of that, and just attach yourself to those things so we can make them even more powerful than what it is now. So I just want to give a big round of applause to our DJ again. We're gonna close this out with some music. So if y'all wanna dance a little bit, you know, you wanna shake it, because if you're cold, you just gotta move your body. You know, if you're cold, just move your body a little bit, because you know, my watch only says 48 degrees out here. We've been marching and doing stuff in way colder weather than 48 degrees. So if y'all cold with 40, y'all ain't walk. I ain't did nothing. Long johns and gloves. Go buy you some. So close us out.
I don't want to say another motherfucking time.
Breonna Taylor. Anthony Thompson Jr. Sandra Bland. Eric Garner. Tamar Rice. Stephen Clark. I don't want to say another motherfucking name. I don't want to say another motherfucking name. Anthony Thompson Jr. Anthony Thompson Jr. Anthony Thompson Jr. Yo, in the front. Stop at your parking so we get a water break. Water break coming up. Lights up. That look good. You look good. Okay. Look. Yeah. We're the jumping spot. That's all right. That's right. I'm going to the street. Yeah, you know, this is wasting taxpayers' money, $300,000 at a time. An hour, that's what it costs an hour to fly that thing.
$100,000 an hour?
Give us the audit. We want the audit. We demand the audit.
Right. We need an audit. I need to know where my money going. How much that costs? I know it costs $300,000 an hour. We're going to the front, we're going to the back. The reason why I'm keeping this, we got good makeup on today, count. They pick each other up.
I was saying some stuff earlier. You couldn't hear me.
Yeah, $300,000 an hour.
Yeah. Watch this car.
Everybody go to the white area to the side. Check up the fire line and I'm going to let them back. Everybody go right here. We're going to stop for the water break. Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. Alright, grab the water. Front to the back. Water. Water. Front to the back. Let anybody know the truck and they go around us.
I'm wondering if I should stop it or you can talk to him.
Get some cold water.
I mean, I'm going to keep going, but I don't know. Okay.
Cold water.
Don't give up!
Black Lives Matter. Chief Richard has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Chief Richard has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Chief Richard has got to go. Let's take it to the streets. Fuck the police. No justice, no peace. Let's take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. Let's take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. Let's take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. Let's take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. Let's take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. Let's take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. High street, 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 high street. Black Lives Matter. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12.
All that yelling and walking. Yelling and walking. Yeah, got to get back in shape. Our lungs, you know, I got to get this spare tire. You know.
Shall we be in shape?
Yeah, Kobe was hard on us, man. Man, it was tough. Yeah, but thanks everybody for coming out. We have to always remind ourselves while we come out here every Friday. We got to remind ourselves. You got to stay strong. You got to be. You got to stay strong. You got to be intentional. You have to be unapologetic. There's a lot of people in this city that do not understand what's going on with our police. There's a lot of people in this city that need to be educated. If you're here today, I believe that you're someone who's willing to do the educating. Say it loud. Be proud. Yeah, I will. Where are they? You in the car? Oh. Yeah. After this, we're trying to get some people out. I don't really want to say too much right here, but we have some flyers made, and we want to start passing them out. We can give them some, can't we? Okay. And just start passing them out, getting the word out, because there's it's a big event that's coming.
Are we allowed to share on social media, or would you rather stay on?
The flyer's going to change a little bit, so let's wait. We have a new draft coming tomorrow, and then it'll probably keep changing as things get added. So we've got a month, so maybe wait a week or so. We're just kind of finalizing.
All right. So we want to do it right. We wanted to really honor the families of the loved ones, the families who lost their loved ones by the hands of KCPD. We want to make a statement. We want our voices to be heard. We want the people that's on those boards for their voices to be heard, because they can't speak for themselves anymore, so we have to speak for them. The families can't come out here all the time because it's too painful, so we got to speak for them. We have to take the burden on, because I don't know how I would act if one of my kids were shot by KCPD. I don't know if I could be standing out here right now. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know if I could do it. But I would love if I had some people like you out here doing it for me. So then when I am able to come out in whatever capacity that I'm able to do it, that I know I have people who care, people who love me, to come out here. So if any of their families were able to come out and be here in this space, we have to show them love. We have to show them grace, because we have no idea what they're going through. So just remember that we are out here because we are trying to get justice. We are trying to educate. We have to educate the KCPD on themselves. We're educating them on themselves. Ain't that about a bitch? I'm sorry. Right. They don't. It's crazy. Right. They have no idea. But I guarantee you the ones who do, they ain't saying shit. They not saying nothing. They're not going behind closed doors and saying, hey, but this is what really happened. This is what I saw. They're not doing that. So that's why I say ACAB all fucking day. Because they're not doing that. And as long as they don't do that, all cops are fucking bad to me. All of them. Because they're working within a system. It's not the cop that's bad. It's the system that makes the cop bad. It's the pressure to follow that thin blue line. That's what makes the cop bad. He or she comes into the force well-intentioned, wanting to be this person that saves lives, that serves and protects. And then they just happen to find themselves in a position like Derek Chauvin leaning on George Floyd's neck. A couple of those officers hadn't been in the police for that long. They probably had good intentions to be a good police, but then they found themselves in that situation right there, where you saw a man literally being killed right in front of your eyes. You saw it, and now you're right here, a cop. You've only been on the force for 2 years. You got to make a decision. Am I a good cop? Am I going to serve and protect? Or am I going to watch this man kill this man right in front of me? And you see what decision they made. That damn blue line was too strong. They could not get up and push him the fuck off his neck. Get off his neck. What are you doing? Are you fucking stupid? They couldn't do that. And so they sat there and they watched this man get killed right in front of them. A slow, painful, miserable death. They sat and watched it because they're scared of losing a fucking pension. Their 401k or whatever the fuck. They're scared instead of doing the right thing. That's what we're fighting against.
I agree, but I don't disagree. I agree, but I disagree too. You got everybody have boundaries, brother. Like, if I come with something like, if we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down.
By the way, that was David Rice trying to pass blaming on Q. See what he did? He ran up out here. He knew he was coming.
He was saying that he did it.
His whole family in the car, too.
He knew it.
For peaceful protest, boy, he got a battered herd.
No justice, no peace. Fuck these racist ass police. No justice, no peace. Fuck these racist ass police. No justice, no peace. Fuck these racist ass police.
Make a right on Maplewood.
To the right, to the right. No peace. Fuck these racist ass police. No justice, no peace. Fuck these racist ass police. No justice, no peace. Fuck
Fuck these racist ass police. Justice. No peace. Fuck these racist ass police. No peace. Fuck these racist ass police.
I said no justice.
No peace. Fuck these racist ass police.
Make the first left.
No peace.
Walk like the second left. Make the second left.
Anthony Thompson Jr. Anthony Thompson Jr. Anthony Thompson Jr. Every Black matters. Black lives matter. Black views matter. Black lives matter. Every life matters.
Take that off. My brother, skateboard man said that. We're going left.
No peace. No peace.
Blow them horn. Just blow them horn. Blow them horn.
No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace.
A couple of things about Kroger. So beyond just the issues with Kroger's treatment of employees in the past, as far as wages and such are concerned, also have a situation where all of the Krogers in the West End are already closed for the day. But, you know, Krogers in the white neighborhoods, if you will, are, you know, still open, as you can see here. And also, as I mentioned, this is where the flowers, the garlands, all that stuff is put together for the Derby. So it's, you know, this is all about no justice, no Derby. That's the theme here. That's the message. So it's all about disrupting anything and everything that has to do with the Kentucky Derby.
We are way more powerful. Hey, I'm not here. This is way more powerful.
Right here. Break a rule. I'm going to read it out to you so you can go there and see the chief.
Hey, I'm just talking about that's why I'm working out.
Watching with the tasers, I know what they every day.
Yes, they're killing us every day. Yes, they're killing us.
My check. My check. My check. My check. My check. My check.
Our queen is speaking. Yes.
My check.
My check.
We are here to talk about how the Derby funds oppression and keeps West Louisville residents down in an already food desert. West Louisville Kroger is closing at 5 p.m. for 4 days in a row.
Teach.
All of these people that are allowed to go in this Kroger and get the food that they want, it is not allowed in our neighborhoods.
No.
It is not allowed for us to be able to make a Kroger run after 5 p.m.
That's right.
The West End has barricades up to ensure that we do not get out of hand.
Teach.
Yet Bardstown Road is allowed to flow freely, freakishly, and however they choose to be every single weekend.
Those are facts, everybody.
We are here to show that we will not keep funding activities that do not promote the betterment of our communities, our cities, and us as individuals.
Yes.
We are not here for the Derby. We are here to say the Derby is not for us. No justice, no Derby.
No justice, no Derby.
No justice,
No Derby.
no justice,
No Derby.
no justice,
No Derby.
no justice,
No Derby.
no justice.
No Derby.
Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! You don't get no peace! We don't get no peace! You don't get no peace!
Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose streets?
Our streets!
Stop killing us!
Stop killing us!
Stop killing us!
Stop killing us!
He's an accessory to murder. Look at him. Yeah, they all are.
Should every one of you have blood on your hands?
All of them got blood on their hands.
Fuck all of them. Fuck every single person.
Come on, Sam, clutch. He won't kill Sam, Bo.
I'm pissing on your dead people's graves. Every single one of you fucking ass bitches. All not my side.
All types of bitches. ACAD. Whatever you guys say. All kinds of bitches. What?
That's my energy. What? ACAB. What? What's that mean? That means fuck up till I DIE. That's my energy. What? ACAB. What? What's that mean? That means fuck up till I DIE. He's clutching his motherfucking taser. That's all they do.
He just, as soon as he said that, he took his hand right off the taser. He's the black. There was a passerby engaging with the.
He could just pull up in an Audi and say, "Fuck you! This is too country."
Engaging negatively with the protesters here. That person drove off. Because of Kroger's very close partnership with the Kentucky Derby, which is viewed as a which has not served the black community in Louisville anywhere near as much as it has. Well, and really not even just the black community. You include, frankly, everybody but the top 1%, as it's colloquially known, those that are, of course, attending Derby and enjoying the festivities that are part of it. This Kroger in particular is the Kroger that where the roses, the garland of roses, was created today and is being prepared to be shipped off to Churchill Downs.
You can't stop the revolution! 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 Justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! Go on and start locking us up so we can call our friends at the news. Look at that shirt. Yes, sir. Hey, Derby outfit. Everybody want to get fly. Let's get fly. Let's get fly. Let's get fly. Look at that fat ass officer. You gotta be the press. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
No justice!
No Derby!
No justice!
No Derby!
No justice!
No Derby! No Derby! Free way! Hit the motherfucking freeway! Free way! Hit the motherfucking freeway! Free way! Hit the motherfucking freeway! Free way!
Earlier, protesters silently made their way through the store, holding up signs, holding up their fists. Then, when it became apparent that, basically when the manager I assume is the manager, general manager, I'm guessing. Told them that he didn't want them here. That's when, you know, they made their way outside here. We have law enforcement around. Law enforcement, I just saw one guy go inside on the phone. So I'm sure they're figuring out what their response is going to be.
Not the gummy bear.
That's pretty good range with the gummy bear.
Justice!
What do we want?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want? Now! If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
no justice, no justice.
And we gonna call the news if they start locking us up. I would hate for that to be the same thing. Black Lives Matter! We out here, y'all. Black Lives Matter! She was not a
Breonna Taylor was not a whore. Why are we having to chant that, man?
It's a horse.
Oh, not a horse. Okay, not a horse. Okay. That makes much more sense. I thought they were saying Breonna Taylor's not a whore. I'm like, I mean, no, but like, why are we having to chant that?
I like that stand.
Thank you. I had to get after that until they broke my other monopod.
Oh, that's right. I saw you talking about
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't find out until I went to go use it. Yeah. But this one seems alright. Something like that. But what is it? What, does it connect to a phone still? Oh, anyway. Okay.
But it can live stream anytime.
The girl and woman are supportive, but they are so
When I say I got your back, y'all say I got your back. 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 I got your back.
I don't see Jason, y'all. Mr. Downey. I mean, I know he's small, but you know, he's not that small. Yeah, right. Right.
The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Alright, okay, say no to the cops in jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Alright,
So y'all put flowers on horses, but we got to put flowers on graves, right? Now let's get an understanding. This road is still open. It's still open, right? See, why do we got diamonds in our neighborhood? Why do we got diamonds in our neighborhood? There's no cameras. Anywhere that you gonna find certain people that got a hustle, you gonna find diamonds. So, y'all doing this shit on purpose. Y'all want us to stand and kill each other.
They are paying attention. They have diverted everybody, well, for the most part, not everybody, that woman just came out of there, but most of the people are coming out down here.
So it's funny. It's funny that a person just has to bury a 14-year-old child. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny to you. That's funny that another 14-year-old just got killed. On child 3 weeks ago. On Cane Run, my bad. So that's funny to you. How this white supremacy system is doing us as people of color. You gotta say people of color.
I'm skinny, but I'm not tiny.
And everybody else is saying
5'11".
They do us a little worse.
That's why Jason Downey calls me Gumby.
What do they do? What do they do? They ain't honorable, B. You ain't honorable, man. Y'all just straight to the bed. Y'all see wrong, y'all don't point it out. So you just worship the bad guy that you know. You just worship the scumbag. You don't do it. Y'all don't point the shit out by our fault.
Black Lives Matter!
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 Give me a B!
B, I got your B, I got your B!
Give me an L!
L, I got your L, I got your L!
Give me an M!
M, I got your M, I got your murder!
And what's that spot?
Black Lives Matter!
And what's that spot?
Black Lives Matter!
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor!
Justice!
No dirty!
Hey, it's all, today it's always supposed to be no dirty. So it's no dirty. Publicize nigga on the they got a pretty bar.
In black people. You must recognize your privilege.
No justice!
So this is the Kroger.
I love Matthew Ballard. My name's Tiant Wyatt. I'm a supporter. Instagram.
Tell them the station that rocks.
Put your fist up when you
Tell them the
come out.
station that rocks.
Put your fist up. Put your fist up.
MFTW, the station that rocks.
MFTW, KRS, I don't know. KRS, MFTW, I don't know.
KRS, MFTW, the station that rocks forever.
We can't sweep. Y'all done yet? We can't flowers. Fuck them. Black Lives Matter.
talking traffic! Where's the ticket? Where's the cop? Get shot! Get your people! Get your people! Get your people! She's impeding traffic! She's impeding traffic!
I love it.
Interesting.
Why are we here? Do you know why we're here? Why we're here?
This is where they make the roses for the winners of the Kentucky Derby. It was on display today and tomorrow. And at the same time, they're going to close the Kroger in the West and keep this one open. People need to go to that Kroger for medicinal reasons, nutritional reasons, and it's absurd. Here protesting against that theory and the theory I said it first.
Y'all heard it here first, man. LAPD is not the solution. All street. All street. All street.
You talked to us first.
You hurry up. Where's her ticket? Where's the customer? Put it in drive. Put it in drive. Put it in drive. Why ain't you giving her a ticket? Arresting her. You can take it if you don't want it. Move. Get out the way. Move. Get out the way.
Talking about. Y'all all wasting white people.
It's white privilege. It's white privilege. It's privilege. White privilege.
Why's the citation at all? As we were saying,
That ass high. Ain't nobody getting no peace. Justice.
Now! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down!
Put your fist up if you go in there. Put your fist up. Put your fist up. If you go in there, you know move, man. Put your fist up. Put your fist up. Move, man.
Let me get in front of you in case the car comes. They get me, not you.
Hey, you playing booze? You playing booze? That's like
Can't say Black Lives Matter because they roll tide.
Roll Tide.
That's the ultimate in racist, isn't it?
Feel that.
We're not standing in the exact spot, but we standing at the same part where the police decided to take this man's life. I changed life. So I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody for staying in the fight. You know when it gets hard, you ain't got gas to put in your car, you're like, damn, y'all go to work, y'all go to cook. I'll get you gas money. So look, you know what I'm saying? So it's very much so appreciated. But it's the same token. It kind of should just be like something normal, you know what I'm saying? Like there should be nobody that is going through life normal. There should be nobody that wakes up and don't think about the names that we still fight. There's too many families who don't have justice, who gotta just keep on with life. Like if I'm in school right now, if I get a bad grade, that's something that's gonna fuck up my life, fuck up my week, fuck up 2 weeks, fuck up 3 weeks. And you know what I'm saying? That just, it put a damper on your day. I cannot imagine losing a loved one. You know what I'm saying? And not getting justice for it. That'd be the real hard part. So we here today, you know? And we here today, and it's very much so appreciated. Mama Hamilton was very, happy to see everybody standing with her. But me personally, I feel like it should have been right. Me personally, I feel like United we stand divided we fall. And they want to see this. If it's cold, we're not going to see this. We supposed to be out here no matter what. No matter what. So that's why I want to let y'all know y'all very much so appreciate it. And thank y'all. Thank staying true in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Because I personally feel that without groups like us, there's no level of accountability. There would be no level of accountability. But Senator Rugg is still under the rug. And they rug is huge. And they just thought it was going to keep just going by, keep sweeping that shit up under there. And it's just going to be okay. They gonna go, it's going to be a hashtag, they're going to be back to normal. God damn it. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, because y'all, we stayed true to this shit.
Amen.
We stayed true to this shit. And that's important. They got to know that they're being watched. They have to know the decision that they make. We're not just going to be quiet about these decisions. These decisions affect us. So, y'all are very much so appreciated. And I love each and every one. I love you too. You ain't got no first timers out here, right? Shut your ass up. Shut your ass up, say something. So, we're going to sing. Dr. Hamilton was a freedom fighter. He was learning to fight. That's right. So we don't
7 years. Like, you don't even think about the time that passes when you're out here doing that. Yeah. And 7 years ago, I was still who I was, but I wasn't the leader. Nothing. I was, you know, just a person that came to the protest like everybody else. Never got the floor, never existed, but you are who you are right now. Yeah. You're coming into who you're supposed to be. And it's a great thing to be out here. You can be doing anything else with your life, having fun, thinking about regular shit like you said, and having regular problems. You know what I mean? Instead of taking on somebody else's. But that's what humanity is. Humanity is having the ability to empathize and sympathize with your fellow person. Because an injustice to one is an injustice to all. If it happens to one of us, it can happen to any of us. So 7 years later, you know, his blood still is in this park. Yeah. And you have people who come here and they celebrate Christmas, they light the tree, they skate around and never know who he is or what happened here. And they need to. Because this is sacred ground. This is unrealized, unjustified action that happened here. And I hope, I've talked about this year that case is reopened. There's no way that Officer Manning should not be charged. There's no way that he should not have gotten charged and have gotten duty disability, which means we're paying him for the rest of his life for killing Dontre unnecessarily. So, again, man, it's an honor to still be here, a part of this work 7 years after learning about Dontre and meeting with the family. And I hope to continue that work, not for another 7 years, hopefully, because we got to get into this. We can't wait for them. We got to keep pushing. We got to always say, you know, a lot of people, we know about the knee on the neck, but we got to keep our proverbial knee on their neck. We can't let up. We can't let up. If we can't breathe, they can't breathe. We can't breathe, they can't breathe.
We can't breathe, they can't breathe.
So I say, that's right, Hamilton. That's right,
Hamilton.
That's right, Hamilton.
That's right, Hamilton.
That's right, Hamilton.
That's right, Hamilton.
That's right, Hamilton.
That's right, Hamilton. Y'all make some noise for Vaughn, man.
Hey, today in this part, the Hamilton family stood with the Bland family, stood with the Anderson family, stood with the Cole family, stood with the Lacey family, stood with the Smith family. All of those families are united in tragedy, y'all. And y'all the community that stand behind them and support them. They greatly appreciate everything that y'all do out here for them. Just like Mariah said, we all do. This movement wouldn't exist without us. It wouldn't be a movement. It'd be a conversation. That rug Mariah talking about, they dusted that motherfucker out they selling. We got police departments handing over footage the day after because they're scared of the conversation that's going to be had if they know. That's the work y'all doing. That's the work we doing. We got to stay on their neck. We got to put our knees on their necks. It's time to reverse that pressure, y'all. And that's what we're doing out here every single day. Keep coming. Keep supporting. Don't lose your will to fight, y'all. That's it.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
That's what we should all be doing.
You said it. You said it a couple times on a humanitarian level, a human level. Like we need to look at it from that macro.
To be able to be part of this family, to be able to stand with all of the families that have lost. Yesterday was about me. I had some fun. I had some champagne. Today was not about me. It was being able to march with the family, with the people, because that's what this is about. But it's been a hell of a year marching with my new family. And I'm glad to be here. I'm proud to be part of this movement. Thank you very much for letting me be part of it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hey, birthday. Hey, 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 birthday. Hey, hey, it's your birthday. Hey, hey, it's your birthday. Hey, make some noise, y'all make some noise to thank him, man. So, we'll screen Dante's name a couple times. I want y'all to, make sure y'all hear me echoing. Y'all hear that? Yeah. That's what I want y'all to do. Okay? Y'all got screams. Y'all got kind of lose your voice. Maybe. And then we're going to do a moment of silence. And then we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. What's going on over there? Right.
Since today is Friday, y'all, I just want to make sure y'all know that we have our coffee chat tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. So if you guys are like circling up and just having excited sort of chat, have announcements, have everyone kind of get together and just see each other's faces. If you really like this moment, coffee chat is kind of the extended time to do that and hang out with everyone. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Just grab a cup of coffee and talk to me. Is that Zoom or is it in person? It is on Zoom. Thank you a lot. Find it on Facebook. Zoom.
I like it. Come on, Cisco.
Hey, tomorrow night, if y'all can, Justice Overdue will be showing at 6 o'clock at the Milwaukee Film Festival. You know what I'm saying? Big look, big move. They'll be showing internationally. You know what I mean? Getting these families out here, getting our cause out here, getting revolution out here. So tomorrow night, we'll be online. Milwaukee Film Festival.
When will we get justice? Hey, that's how you know you listen to the song when you do the when will we? That's how you know you listen. That's how you know you heard them, bro. When will we? That's they did it. They did that shit. That's how you know they fucking real. So, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and close out screaming Dante's name to the heavens. We're gonna move the silence. We're gonna get up out of here. Dante Hamilton! Dante Hamilton! Dante Hamilton! Dante Hamilton! Dante Hamilton! Dante Hamilton! Say his name! 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 Dante Hamilton! Everybody got right?
Fish, hot dogs, hamburgers. We got a little bit of everything cooking up right there.
around.
There he is.
Tomorrow we're gonna try and
people. Like I said, a lot of out of town people I've had conversations with. We see you all like the first couple of days. We already knew what time it was. Like straight community. Like we already knew that the media themselves were gonna make this shit like 10 times harder for the average person to actually see it.
Dude, and that's what I'm saying. I just don't understand people coming out here and trying to incite bullshit, you know, and then it gives it a negative name, and that's not the case here, period.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna treat everyone who protests like they treat the individual.
Sorry.
Now you look like this in a dog.
Damn, I was looking at my stuff, but I'm not worried. Actually, they're looking at me. Hey, man, it was nice talking to you. What is it? Smoothie? Smooth view. Sorry, I'm hard of hearing. I got you. I'm gonna add it.
So they're talking to a local, as she was stating, as the normal situation when it comes to peaceful protesting, you can't find shit nowhere. She was explaining where people can't find anything about what's going on here in Elizabeth City for some reason. I just find that real weird, but at the same time, I believe it because, and any of you all can do this right now. You all can go, I'll do it as I speak to you. But you can go into YouTube, you can type in Andrew Brown, go up to your filters and type in relevance and change that to today, and you may, let's see how many things I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9 things related to this, to Andrew Brown on YouTube, and that's just from today. Meanwhile, I mean, there's multiple live streamers out here right now on YouTube, and you're telling me their live streams are not popping up? You're telling me there's no normal news article about this? The media is definitely doing their job as far as silencing this. And that's why, like I said, when we go live, we need y'all to share this. We're the only reason why any of this stuff gets where it goes. When I pulled up earlier, around 4, 5 o'clock, I can't remember what was going on, but you all know how it is. It's the time close to the news, so you know they're out here with the news and all of that stuff. But as you see these individuals and people be out as a community, you don't see none of the mainstream out here. You literally, I mean, you see CJTV out here. I see Ford out here. I met another dude who we interviewed earlier. Out here, you see independent media out here, but you do not see mainstream media. It's as if they only show up when something is about to go down. I call it rating chasing. That's what I call it. If it looks like it's about to go down, they'll be out here. To be honest with you, they're probably sitting in a truck somewhere, just waiting, you know, until that time. I mean, there's not like one mainstream media out here, not one right now. I mean, it's crazy, it's weird almost. Appreciate that. Yeah, guys. Yeah, no mainstream media is out here right now. And I could be 100% wrong, but I'm pretty sure I don't see them out here. I don't see no big ass cameras. But I do see a community out here, a community of people who seem to care about one thing. 2 things. But justice. Justice for a man whose life was taken without even given a chance. Like, it's crazy. the fact that, I mean, for all of you all who are probably watching, who don't give a shit, so I know if there's 100 people watching, at least 25 of you all don't. How can you all just literally sit at home and like literally just see this stuff and not feel changed about this? How do you all not have an altered mindset of your reality of whether it be the lifestyle of a black man or a black woman or the interactions of a police officer? That's my biggest thing. I always wanted to wonder, you know, to know is like, will you all's mindset change about policing? I don't give a damn about how you care about me as a black man, because a lot of times those who don't like us won't interact with us unless they selling us something, unless they buying something from us, you know, when money is involved. But in reality, those who don't like us, when is your mind going to change? When are you going to be like, damn, I don't like what they do. I don't like how they're, you know, going about this. There's a good guy. His name is Edward. Ed might be watching, might not. We disagree a lot. He's an individual who tells me all the time, I don't agree a lot of the things that you all do in Louisville. But the number one thing I agree with is trying to get justice, accountability, and transparency. I mean, that's all you ask for those who have power. Remember that those who have power, you can't really ask for so much from them. The one who has power, they're not going to sit here and appease you. So all we can ask for them to be is transparent, you know? If you're gonna walk around dragging your nuts, drag your nuts. You know, don't put pants on and you start nut checking you. Where you wanna walk around and you wanna kill people, walk them to the jail cell, walk them to your office and be bold like you were when you killed them. You know, keep that same energy. I kind of feel like that's what everyone is asking for when it comes to a police officer. Keep the same energy. I like your headband.
I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I'm ready to do that. Man.
How you feeling tonight?
I feel good that I suggested us having a sit down quick protest.
Is that what y'all were gonna do originally?
No, I put this together.
This is yours?
What?
This right here is you?
Yeah.
Okay, right now my name is Smooth. I come with the Brown protest.
My name is Marie Font.
Marie Font?
F-I-N-Z.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And I just came out today, and I was hoping y'all was protesting, marching. But
we are protesting. It's a sit down to show people in the world that we don't have to get violent during the protest. We need a break.
Definitely.
We still protesting. We right in front of the building. They up there watching TV. They're peeking out the windows. We standing down right now. We need a little break. You know what I'm saying? We've been marching for days, and I mean, we got to have a break sometime. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So I decided that we do a sit down thing. So bring your grills. Thank you to Councilor Kim Spence and school board member Danny Spence for providing the food. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to the Emancipate North Carolina for getting our boys out of jail. You know what I'm saying? When they got arrested. Just thank you, y'all, for everybody that's coming out.
Everyone,
you know what I'm saying? This is called a peaceful sit-down protest. Nobody hollering, screaming. We still protest a little bit here and there.
Definitely.
We've been protesting so much. We still protest. They cannot touch us. We still in front of the building.
It's all about creating that awareness for people.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I push on, you know. No matter how, it might take forever. It might take a whole year, 2 years, but at some point, you know, creating that awareness for those.
This is not a black and white thing. This is a community
versus a system.
It's a difference. And us communities come together.
Definitely.
Black, white, red, Asian, we're not doing that. We don't need a whole lot of outsiders coming here trying to intimidate us. We got our leads. Y'all need to go back home. You're not getting paid this time for the right.
If you can hear what she's saying, y'all know what she's talking about.
You tried 9 days and it didn't work. So we decided that only Pasquotank County and the surrounding areas is the one to protest. Otherwise than that, we don't need no new people because they're trying to cite us, and it was really getting tense, and we're not doing that. So we showing the world that you ain't got to tell stuff. You get a point across.
So back to my live stream, that's exactly how I started it off. I mean, literally, just creating that brand awareness. I mean, I feel like me personally in Louisville, the looting and the rioting, I don't even remember half of it. But I know people remember us being in the streets every day.
Doing it. When the riot police come, you saw they brought the prison bus. They thought they was going to riot that night. And it wasn't that. We're not that type of people.
Definitely.
I will step in. A lot of times they thought I was tripping. I wasn't. I was observing. So I said today, I'm taking over the protest. I'm the organizer. I'm going to be the organizer. I follow my leaders. Whatever my leaders say, that's what go. I am not a leader. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely.
I am a person for peace. I believe in getting together and just do it right. And show the world you don't have to go out here and tear up your property.
Where you live at.
Where you live at with the people in your community. We're not going like that.
No, definitely. So I say a lot of the things that we had changed in Louisville, I think it came from our peaceful protesting.
This is not 1960 no more.
Nothing, exactly.
This is 2021. We are rising as a people.
As one people.
As one people. Ain't no black, white. It's a community trend.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Nice talking to you. I'll give you a hug, actually. Yeah, Mom, I had to know. My Facebook page is
my Facebook page is Marie Franz, F-R-N-Z.
Actually, hold on, I'll add it real quick.
Because when this is over with tonight, I do Cookies Corner.
I seen something about that.
Yeah, I'm telling the truth about what's going on with the police and stuff like that.
Yeah, I might have seen a post about you.
Yeah, I told them to share it wherever they was at.
And how do you spell the name?
M-A-R-I-E-F-R-A-N-Z. And I got blue hair. It's Marie Franz Gibbs.
They might be putting you on the block list. Did I spell it right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, they put you on there. That's a conversation we were just having. Those like yourself.
Facebook always is not a supporter of us. They're a supporter of Trump. I'm right here, man. That's me.
Perfect. Right on. Right on. My real name Donna.
My son named Donna. My daughter name is Donisha.
My sister. That's crazy. My sister name is Donisha.
Donisha Gibbs.
That's crazy. My sister named Donisha. That's crazy.
When I named her Donisha, I thought it was the only Donisha in the world. I come down here north in the country. They got about 5 Donishas. All spelled different. Hers is D-O-N. That's I-S-H-A.
That's how my listeners' name is spelled. That's crazy.
So my son's name is Don. Yeah.
Well, that's
check out my show. It'll be later.
No, definitely. I'll share it. I'll put it on my page and everything.
Share it.
Make sure you if you add me, so I will.
I'm gonna add you. I already know your face.
Actually, hopefully the request, because I forgot I'm on Facebook jail. I'm on my burner account on my actual
I just
page.
got out of Facebook jail for 16 days for being DJ. I'm not only got a show, I'm also a DJ. I'm also a DJ charge a fee. I do local 2x2 artists in Eastern North Carolina. Okay. There's no radio station, no platform for local artists, and I'm the one, and Facebook cut me off. So I'm trying to figure out how I can get back on. I have no rights. I done credit paid, they got it.
They got you. Okay.
So I'm also, in the last week, I'm also a cameraman, taking pictures. I'm just a jack of all trades.
Man, that's what we need in the community.
So in the community, we need peace.
No, definitely.
Peace still. It's too much. I think the governor of North Carolina needs to come on down here with your officials and them 10 officers plus the 3 officials like Wooten, Wobble, and Michael Cox. They need to be charged for after the fact. Wooten needs to be charged with murder before the fact because you are the commander-in-chief and they're going to do what you tell them to do.
Definitely.
You just got caught. You made a mistake, said, well, if we get a black officer to kill a black man, it was already premeditated. You didn't think we was going to take it like that. That it was going to go like we did. If it was a white man, we'd have went crazy, but you didn't know we would go back. And regardless, a cop is a cop. Police violence, no color.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
No problem.
My name is Marie Flores.
Nice talking to you. That's crazy. She got a son named Donovan, and a daughter named Donisha. And my little sister's name is Donisha. But yeah, guys, we're back out here in Elizabeth City. It's a very nice, quiet night. As she was explaining, Miss Marie was saying that this is a quiet, peaceful, sit-in type of protest tonight. Tonight was not meant to be, I guess, loud, you know, full of chants and things of that nature. Tonight she wanted to do something a little bit differently. You know, they wanted to, you know, do things a little bit more quiet and more chill, more relaxful after the many days of protesting and marching the streets. Marching does play a big toll in your life, in your body. I can definitely tell you all that. Like, marching those many days in a row in Louisville, I promise you, you lose so much weight, you gain a different appetite. Yeah, like I said, you're living with your day-to-day. You know, these people are still living with their day-to-day lifestyles as well. Obviously, drop the sticks. Why does everybody drop the sticks when I'm around them? But yeah, guys. So the curfew tonight is, yes, it's at 12 a.m. with the new stipulations that they are not allowed to block the street of any sort. Other than over here on the street that they have blocked off around the protest area, they're not allowed to go outside of this area and do any type of protesting during that time, of course. And of course, after that time, we have to be out in the streets by 12. But it doesn't seem like they're going to be out here beyond the 12 o'clock frame, if you ask me. Just looking at the, like I said, just the crowds of people. The crowd number has kind of dissipated a little bit since I arrived here. People could be taking breaks, I'm not exactly sure. But the mass number of people are still here. But as she explained it, you know, Miss Marie said, you know, peaceful protesting. It's kind of like we all aim for that. We all aim for, you know, peaceful protesting. We all aim to just build brand awareness to why we're out here, to the reasons why people show up, to the reasons why communities come together, to the reasons why people are out here feeding each other, having conversations with each other, probably hanging out with people they've never hung out with before. I mean, it's not the 1960s, but it has a strong vibe to it. You know, it's like the 1960s. Definitely elevated to how we do things, but I mean, the number one things I remember, because I'm a youngster, that I remember from the 1960s is community and people coming together. And shout out to all them hipsters, hippies. But yeah, that's what I generally remember. I don't remember a politician who was like a front runner. I don't remember an entertainer for real who was like that one front runner. I don't remember a celebrity coming in trying to take away from the message. I just remember community. And I'm not saying that those individuals did not exist during that time, because my black ass didn't. But from what I was taught, shown, and what I've seen in my lifetime, when I come back and look at pictures from the 1960s, just pictures of protesters, not familiar or famous people. I will say it's a little chilly out here. But I appreciate everyone who's been tuning in Like I said, it's definitely been a while since I've seen you all or spoken to you all. And once again, I hope at some point that this is not a reoccurrence, that we just start showing up at events aiming at educating people about things like this, interacting with the police, or interacting with people. How about that? Let's just start off with that one. Just interacting with people. It's not that hard to do. Just find a location. Bring a grill, some chairs, and they all gonna show up. But till this day, there has not been anything burnt down. There has not been anything looted. But I think we all can agree, and this is a learning statement I'm about to make for some of you all. We all can agree that these people have been matched, have been approached and handled just like Louisville, Minneapolis, and other places where rioting actually taken place, where looting has actually taken place, whether it was just for 10, 5, 6, 7 days, regardless. These people have done none of that. These people have literally came to a spot. They've even protested the correct way. They went and got a protest permit and had protested correctly the entire way, this entire time. Now I can tell you, as I said about 15 minutes ago, when I turned to the left, you can see through here now. I might walk this way real quick, but through here you can see there's a couple of officers back there, and they kind of explain how they're all set up. There's a couple officers here at this other corner back there, behind there. There's a couple officers there. To the left, in this area, there's a couple officers back there, and all the way to the back, you make a left, right, left, just back there somewhere. There's about 16 of them just lined up waiting. Not only that, this is what they're, I guess, setting up for. I'm not exactly sure. I kind of feel like this requires maybe 10 officers, max, Call me when something happens. But to just be having all these, to have officers sitting, waiting for something to happen, that mindset for an individual has to play a factor at some point. I mean, imagine just in your mindset seeing other cities protest the way they do, and you see your city do none of that, and yet your boss, your commander is telling you, stay prepared, stay locked and loaded, stay ready. Motherfuckers are just cooking on the motherfucking grill. People are just hanging out. People have their kids out here. People are literally just enjoying a Friday night. And it's once again sad that people have to come out for reasons like this. It's sad that people are not aware of police interactions with black people or people in general. But yeah, guys, this is Elizabeth City. Having a good old night. Once again, for the local officers who have been reported to as watching the live stream, I would like for you all, either when you get off your shift, either you might be the guys sitting behind me, I'm not exactly sure. When y'all get off y'all shift, hopefully you all think to yourself like, damn, am I treating people as people? Am I a stand-up officer? Once again, when we pulled up, there was an officer over here who was with the people. Yes, she was a black officer. I don't think you need to be a black officer to be able to be with the people. So, let's start seeing things to where, officers are, changing their tones a little bit after this shit. You know, I understand Protect the Blue. You know, I understand a lot of stuff where if my boy do something, I might not just off the bat, you know, call him out about it. But if I sit at home and I have a conscience, which I do, and I reflect on what occurred, at some point I realized that was wrong, that was messed up. And either I say something or I sit with the guilt. So either y'all are sitting with the guilt, you know, y'all are sitting with the guilt because ain't none of y'all stepping up to saying anything. So y'all pretty much are just sitting here with this guilt. And Craig, I don't give a damn if you live here. There's video proof to show how these people have not been stirred up, how these people have been peaceful. But yeah, this is y'all know me. Y'all know I love non-violence. I know I love community. I love seeing people come together. I love seeing people be people, man. At the end of the day, you got people who live here like Craig. Is that your name? Come on, Craig. Craig wouldn't even show up here. He wouldn't even. He would be the type of individual who would be walking over here somewhere. Craig would be walking over here, looking at all of the people over here together. Craig would be that guy all the way over here, while everybody else is over here. You feel me? That's the difference between people, and that's one of the biggest things I learned in Louisville. Whenever Louisville had a protest, and you turn into a newscast, and you'll see a dumbass local person who says things like, "Oh, they're rioters, they're looting, they're going to mess the city up tonight." And people are just protesting, bro. They were occupying the street. Hey, I get it. It ain't right. Okay, just give me a ticket and keep it moving. But I ain't tearing stuff up, and yet you all in these comment sections trying to make it seem as if the protesters are not what they are, been shown to be on these live streams. There's live streamers out here, Craig, who show these events every single night. And I promise you, these people are strong as hell. These people, I commend you. This is the reason why I'm out here. I came out here for that specific reason. One of my moderators, the conversation we was having was, you know, before I even thought about coming out here, the first day I seen them, I'm just like, man, those people look just like a community. You know, I don't see organizations running things. I don't see politicians out here running things. You know, there might be some pastors out here. I don't know nobody, but corruption starts with those.
Last year, he protested the billionaire dictator nexus when Gates invited Mohammed bin Sultan, and has participated in several human rights campaigns, including to defund the SPD by 50%, against Asian hate, for taxing Amazon and Palestinian rights. So we're proud to be joined by Brother Hassan today, especially during Ramadan. Thank you for agreeing to speak, Hassan. As we know, between fasting and Friday prayers, it's a real sacrifice to speak here today. We appreciate the commitment of all of our Muslim sisters and brothers and siblings fighting for a people's vaccine, and including in being here at this protest today. So please come up and, yeah, Hassan, go ahead.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon. Jai Bhim, Salaam Alaikum, Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, Shalom. My name is Hassan Khan, and I am an Indian American Muslim, and I am also a part of Council of Seattle Indian American Coalition of Seattle Indian Americans. Unfortunately, I have lost my second cousin, 37 years old, because of COVID. So let me start my speech here. As you all know, brothers and sisters, India is experiencing the largest outbreak of COVID-19 since this catastrophic pandemic broke since last year. Every day, 300,000 new cases are detected, and thousands are dying. Many of them are underreported or not reported. The situation is horrific that the metal where the crematorium is done, the metals are melting. It is such a hole, the chimneys are breaking. One of my friend, Anil Wagde of Ambedkar Association, he mentioned, and I will quote him, "What is happening in India is catastrophe. What is happening in India is an apocalypse. People are literally gasping for breath, and they are not getting beds, they are not getting oxygen even. Even their last funeral rites are delayed due to the lack of space in the crematoriums. The most fundamental of rights, the right to life, is at stake in India right now." The WHO director stated that almost 90% vaccines have gone to rich countries, while the global south countries have received just 0.2%. What a shame. On average, 1 in 4 people in rich countries have received a COVID vaccine, compared with just 1 in 500 people getting vaccine in a low-income countries. What a shame again. This is nothing but vaccine apartheid. In addition to that, we should remember that vaccine does not differentiate the rich from the poor. What is happening elsewhere is going to come back to the US in the form of variants. And at the root of all this, the WTO intellectual property IP laws, especially around medicines and vaccines, these laws are trade barriers to protect the Western neoliberal hegemony of capitalist greed to profit around vaccines, and never about free trade. For instance, when medical advancement considerably mitigated the risk of AIDS, it took almost a decade before many countries in Asia and Africa could benefit from them. After tremendous tragic human loss, those countries, they got the medicine treatment. This was not because of any technical factors around the cost of production or distribution of the AIDS drug. It is just because of patent monopolies. When humanity is at stake, we must lower the barriers that are erected to protect the margins of rich pharma companies. And did you all know that R&D for all drug development, including vaccines, around the world is funded with our taxpayers' money? So the argument that these IP rights need to be protected so that these companies spend on R&D is misleading. The gross profit of this company are over 50% and more. The villain amidst all of this is one giant critical person hell bent on not giving global access to COVID vaccine. And who that villain is? Bill Gates. Bill Gates is a stalwart defender of monopoly medicine, as News Republic recently called him and wrote a scathing report on him and his for-profit organization, foundation. Gates not only controls the narratives of the WTO, he controls the big pharma and all the monopolistic IP patent pricing deals. He also controls most of the payrolls of these people, considering his deep investment in all the companies. He has openly continued to be against people's vaccine. However, he has opposition from all quarters, and there is a demand for people's vaccines all over the world, across the world. The People Vaccines Movement has overwhelming support of more than 400 well-known human rights organizations, including Amnesty International, Doctors Without Borders, senators like Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Nobel Prize winners like Joseph Sells, and our local organization like South Asian organizations like API Chaya, CSIA, IAWW, interfaith organizations like Church of Greater Seattle, and global organizations like WA Fair Trade Coalition and CAGJ. So there is a rallying cry for ending vaccine apartheid right now. So to that regard, we urge the Biden administration to waive the intellectual property rights on COVID vaccines right now, today. Thank you.
Another chant here real quick. Human needs, not pharma greed. TRIPS waivers now. Human needs, not pharma greed.
TRIPS waivers now.
Human needs, not pharma greed.
TRIPS waivers now.
Human need, not pharma greed.
TRIPS waivers now.
Woo! I want to plug one more time that email campaign we're trying to do. If folks haven't been able to send it yet, just plug in your phone browser there, tinyurl.com/free the vaccine now. The more emails we can send, the more pressure it puts on the Biden administration to grant it. That's tinyurl.com/free the vaccine now. Thank you, Hassan, for your really powerful words. I think especially the point that all of these vaccines, the vast majority of the funding has come from our own taxpayer money, right? It's working class people sacrificing over and over again to produce our life-saving vaccines. And yet, I really like how Hassan put it. These billionaires, they're staunch defenders of monopoly medicine. Those monopolies aren't for us. Those monopolies are for the profits of billionaires like Bill Gates, for the billionaires that run Moderna and Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson, and all the people making billions off of the vaccines that we put our hard-earned money into producing. And that's all the more reason why it's so important that we're out here today, because anything that working class people have won, whether it's life-saving drugs or higher wages, it's always come not from the benevolence of capitalists, it's come from working class people's struggle. It's come from things like this, so it's really important that we're out here today. Next up speaking, we have Hillary, next up we're going to be joined for a drum performance by Arul. Arul, are you around and ready? Oh, right, that's awesome. And then Arul, if you'd like to just explain a bit about the importance of a Parai drum, that would be really helpful.
You're doing great.
Okay, I'm going to play Parai here. Parai is an ancient tribal instrument that still retains and played in its original form. It is a symbol of resistance against oppression. The word Para means say. Say it loud. Say it until it is heard. Say stop oppression allowed to the ruling class. Parai is traditionally heated on live fire. It represents the souls of fire that stands for humanity. It is not a music that will make you sleep. It is a music that won't let you sleep. It is a music that calls for a dance. It is a music that calls for standing for justice, standing together in solidarity. Let's play.
I'm gonna tell y'all this way. I'm the type of person where I probably could never make it in the military. I'm the same person where when I worked at
or DWI, I have a brother right now that got locked up sleeping in his car. Usually doing him. Cops came and bothered him while he was sleeping in his car. He didn't have a place to stay right that night. So that's illegal to be sleeping in your car now. The car wasn't on. They had no right to bother him. He wasn't in no suspicious area. He was in his car, sleep.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
It doesn't at all, and we had to get rid of that. And that's not gonna make anything better. People say, "Oh, I'm ready to get rid of racism." Oh, just don't talk about it. No, that's not how you get rid of racism.
No, that's not how you get rid of anything. Just ignoring it, things don't just go away. You know what I mean?
If you know you go to the doctor, you say you have cancer, you just potentially we did a biopsy, you got cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, it'll go away. I ain't gonna worry about it. It'll be all right.
It'll handle itself. Yeah.
5 years later, now you got stage 4 terminal cancer, and you got 3 months to live.
Right.
But you just said it'll go away. Don't worry about it.
Sure.
The problem doesn't get better. It always tends to get fucking better. Part of my language.
You're okay. We're all adults here, man. You're okay.
But that's really how it goes.
So would you say like getting rid of the police force altogether?
I would definitely say in that, but in the midst of that, people would say, well, then who would police them? Who would police people? In the midst of that, I wouldn't know how to handle it, but I guess try to find an interim way of policing people, but definitely fixing the form and going over most of these stupid laws that we have. They don't make sense.
There's a lot of old horse and carriage laws that are still around.
Yeah, like in North Carolina, it's still legal to beat your wife on the courthouse steps on a Sunday. Yes, that is the law.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday, it is legal to beat your wife on the courthouse steps on a Sunday. That is still a law in North Carolina.
Avoid the courthouses on Sundays, ladies. Just avoid them altogether. They're closed anyway. Don't let them trick you into going there.
Like, no. If you and your man just had a bad argument, and you want to go downtown in North Carolina, you might want to find a different route that day.
Nope, we're not doing that.
No, man, like.
But you're right, though. I mean, there are things that there's antiquated ways of looking at things. There are antiquated natures and systems, and I think that it's going to take younger blood coming in to really breathe change, to breathe change into things and to give a new way of looking at things and to open up people's, their thought process.
In this day and time where furthering a generation into knowing things they're not supposed to know, it's just surprising. I found out that my nieces and nephews are getting the police conversation a lot sooner than what I did when I got it.
Sure.
And we're getting aware at a younger age of what's going on.
Yeah.
There should be no reason why my 7-year-old niece, my 16-year-old nephew, are scared to be around a cop because they feel like I might do something to them. Cop, when you see a cop, you really think of first for a savior. The only people nowadays that are really cool with first responders we actually like are EMS and firefighters. Right. When we see a cop on the scene, everybody gets nervous. Yeah. There's nothing we can't do back here, especially in the South.
People forget where we're at too. A lot of people that are in the comments.
This is definitely.
Stand in the way of the TRIPS waiver means more people die. Whose vaccine?
People's vaccine.
Every day they block the waiver means more people out of work. Whose vaccine?
People's vaccine.
Every day they block the waiver is another day added to the global economic recovery time. Whose vaccine?
People's vaccine.
The case for the TRIPS waiver is clear. Our governments put public money into developing vaccines that we're paying a second time to receive. While we in the U.S. get vaccinated, 113 countries have yet to receive a single dose of vaccine for their populations. And while those countries wait, we risk virus mutations, shutdowns, and more needless death. The good news is that there are small cracks beginning to form in the dam of pharma's vaccine strategy. Resistance to a vaccine strategy that prioritizes pharma profits is growing. Direct actions have been happening all over the U.S. this week. Protesters confronted North Carolina Rep. David Price at his book release, a virtual book release, about his support for pharma profits over people's lives. Yesterday, a bunch of protesters flew a sign attached to a bunch of balloons over Biden's drive-in rally in Atlanta, demanding that he back the TRIPS waiver. And just this morning, hundreds of protesters, give us a hand. And just this morning, hundreds of protesters met President Biden at an Amtrak station in Philadelphia to confront him about his campaign promise to free the vaccine. Aside from direct action, 10 U.S. senators released a letter this week saying they support the waiver. 100+ House Democrats met with Biden this morning to deliver a letter saying they support the waiver. And internationally, 400 European politicians in the politicians from the EU Parliament and the national parliaments called on the EU to back the waiver. This morning, Belgium became the first European country to push back on the EU blocking the waiver and say that they support it. Small cracks are showing, but our acts of international solidarity and our pressure on the Biden administration must grow the cracks in pharma strategy until the whole dam breaks and a new vaccination strategy pushes through. Today, we're here together calling on President Biden to back the TRIPS waiver at the WTO. But tomorrow, we have to continue calling, emailing, pressuring, and protesting vaccine apartheid and confronting the very system that got us here in the first place if we want to be successful in getting the TRIPS waiver. Let's do this. Whose vaccine?
People's vaccine.
Thank you.
All right. Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
All right. Thank you so much for your words, Hillary. Next up, our next speaker here is going to be Preston Sahabu from United Auto Workers 4121. UAW 4121 is a grad student union representing 6,000 academic student employees and postdocs at UW. Many of these students themselves do vital medical research that help public health emergency responses like the one that we're in right now. And their union's also in contract bargaining with the UW administration, fighting for higher wages and more equitable workloads. So we give our solidarity here to UAW 4121 members in their fight for a fair contract. Let's hear from Preston.
Siblings, sisters, and brothers, thank you, Jordan, for the intro. My name's Preston. I use he, him pronouns, and I am a member of Socialist Alternative, but today I'm speaking on behalf of UAW 4121, representing over 6,000 academic student employees and postdocs at the University of Washington. Through this pandemic, we have kept the classrooms running. We have kept the research going. We have taught the majority of student contact hours, and we bring in millions of essential research dollars, and without us, the University of Washington does not have the academic prestige that it claims. UW works because we do. Yeah. But you wouldn't know it if you talked to our administration. Our local has been bargaining a new contract with the UW administration. We have demanded wages that keep up with the ever-rising cost of living in this city. We demanded health care that covers all gender-affirming and mental health services. We've demanded funding for union-led peer equity training, funding for child care, and funding for international students. But the administration, they listen to these things and they say, oh, you know, we hear you. And they like to claim, oh, you know, we're for equity. We love equity. But all of our economic demands are also equity demands. If we do not have these, we cannot empower diverse ASCs to come to the university from all backgrounds. And yet, the administration has opposed every single one of our economic demands. The administration also claims that they're against xenophobia. That's very interesting for an administration that imposed an international student fee for years that our union had to fight against. The administration also claims to be for science. You know, they're really proud of all the, global health building and all the global health research that is, excellent work that we do. But they have had no plan for our members who have been deemed essential and had to go in during this pandemic, and have ignored the public health students and faculty who were desperately looking for an actual plan for the return this fall. And finally, they also love to claim that there's no money, despite the fact that they sit on an $8 billion budget, an enormous endowment, saved money on our 2020 healthcare plan, and the UW Medicine turned a profit this year. And they claim that they're too broke to pay us. So this shows that just because you're a non-profit, supposedly benign institution, it does not mean you're an ally of workers or an ally of the oppressed. They are cynically tied into the whims of business and the billionaire class, which brings us to Bill and Melinda Gates, who coincidentally have a building named after them on our campus. So, the public health effort and vaccines are the result of tireless work that our members have done, and work that has been done by, researchers internationally, from, research of all different disciplines, and who have shared data freely in unprecedented ways to save lives and our livelihoods. It is already obscene that these pharma companies are profiting off of this work. mRNA technology sat on the shelf until there was an opportunity to make profit. It sat on they've taken our basic research and sold it back to us at way over cost. So now companies and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, they have the gall to, on top of these profits, withhold vaccine IP from the world, which again was funded by the public. Thousands continue to die around the world, and the variants will continue to spread and lead to further outbreaks here. So and all of this, for short-term profits and prestige, they put our lives at stake. The pandemic has impacted my union's international siblings even more. They are working remotely, often in their own countries, at off hours, with different healthcare systems. My siblings, who are from India, continue to watch in horror as their friends and family continue to suffer. Siblings around the world fear that the same will happen in their own homes. So it is for our international siblings and ourselves that we must fight. We must fight to manufacture and distribute vaccines across the world. We must fight for free and universal health care here and everywhere. We must fight against the nonprofit shells of big business and the billionaires, from the University of Washington to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And we must fight for a world based not on profit, not on racism, and not on imperialism, but on international working class solidarity. Because when we fight,
we win.
When we fight,
we win.
When we fight,
we win.
Solidarity.
But yeah, he was just saying, generally with a lot of protesters, when we generally do a lot of the protests, and a lot of the times when it's peaceful, sometimes you just ask that question of where does peace get us? So it's kind of where he was drifting off with that one, but he was kind of just speaking about Andrew. Andrew was actually his boy. They were friends. I'm about to take a walk real quick. See if we can, I get that attention at the end. I'll wait. Yeah, they're real chill here. I mean, super chill here. I mean, they got their leaders and stuff like that, like we got our leaders and stuff. But I'm not hearing them say anything about organizations.
Hi. First of all, say his name. Andrew Brown. Say his name.
Andrew Brown.
Say his name.
Andrew Brown.
Let us not forget that is why we are here. That we are here to stand in solidarity with his family and with Elizabeth City. My name is Lydia. Hi. And this may shock you.
because I'm just going to extend the conversation that my brother was talking about people with guns. Black people with guns versus white people with guns. This is going to shock you, but I am the leader of the general of the original Black Panthers of Gastonia, North Carolina. I have been out here standing in solidarity with you guys. I have stayed in the background. I have stood in where I can. I have unfortunately been arrested because they did not like that I was speaking truth, and they said that I was inciting a riot. Black power. Black power. No justice. No peace. None.
You didn't start no riot.
So, to extend his conversation, the police of Elizabeth City, there is an up out here, number one.
Right, you can't say that.
My brothers and sisters from the original Black Panther chapter in Virginia came here to stand in solidarity, and I may add, this was already cleared through the family. Okay? Unfortunately, the Elizabeth City Police Department, and I'm so sorry, Black people, but I gotta be honest with y'all. There's this thing called, I want to say cooning, but I won't use that word because that's disrespectful. But there are some sellouts to the system. There are some people that would rather hide behind the blue wall of silence than to protect their own. So my brothers and sisters were here, and there is an op out here somewhere that I guess informed the police department that we were out here. Now that can be because there are other Black Panther chapters, and their ideologies are based in prejudice, in bigotry, in racism. And I completely understand that, because if we factor in the fact that the European-based school system has brainwashed us all to think that Black Panthers are terrorists, but they don't tell us that we started, the original Black Panthers started the free lunch and the free breakfast program. They have brainwashed to think, oh, they carry guns and they're terrorists and they shoot at the police. They don't tell you that they were shooting back at the police. Okay? They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that the police would go and drag them out of their homes because they were revolutionaries. They would illegally beat them and they would shoot into their homes with their children there. But they paint this picture that Black people with guns are bad. So my brothers and my sisters from the original Black Panther chapter in Virginia left. They left. They left because they were being hunted by the Elizabeth City Police Department. Why is that? I had a white man out here in this parking lot walk up to me and say, y'all are racist and anti-Semitic, why are y'all here? I said, what? So we have to begin to learn and unlearn things. The reason why Drew was murdered is because they criminalize our skin. That's right. Because they think, oh, he went to prison for this, so he's this way. That don't got nothing to do with it. They criminalize us. They are scared of us, and this did not just happen, it's been going on. We were never abolished from slavery. If you pull out your phone and you look at the 13th Amendment right now, it tells you that anyone that has been in a prison in the United States of America, KKK, has been a slave or in involuntary servitude. It tells you that in our Constitution right now. Now, let me be honest. I am so glad that y'all are out here standing with us, because the other day when I tried to speak facts, I was arrested. That's unfortunate. We're out here for Drew. The revolution will not be televised. Oh yeah, it won't. They said that in the 60s and we're still living it right now. We're out here for Drew because he was murdered by pigs. By pigs on a truck that rolled up like the good old boys. I read the article. It said that there were 7 police officers involved, but 4 of them did not fire their guns, so they are now back on these fucking streets. Right.
Right.
Now, I am a criminologist, okay?
That's what I studied. I'm a criminologist. I know that when black people get in trouble, if there's one person in a group that commits a crime, but they were all there in the commission of a crime, they are all charged with that crime.
Right.
Okay? Right. Yes, that's what happens to, guess what? Black people.
Right.
The point is, you have to understand that what happened to Drew is no coincidence, it's systematic. It's systematic oppression and racism within these systems that are rooted in white supremacy sentiment that their dear Sheriff Putin holds. I've seen him speak. I've seen him speak.
Sorry, y'all.
He's a white supremacist. He's okay with his officers murdering y'all's friends, y'all's family. It's BS. And so now they're oppressing you for speaking out. They don't want you to go in the street. Oh, you need a permit. The First Amendment tells me that in the event of an emergency, I have the right to fucking assemble. Excuse me, y'all. My mama don't be liking when I cuss.
Say that shit.
I'm
gonna tell your mom. Say it.
So I want to be clear. I know that they are breaking your constitutional rights. I study constitutional law, which is why I told those police officers, your sergeant, that you cannot arrest me for inciting a riot. First of all, there is no riot. The only riot was the police.
Right.
So I know that they are breaking your constitutional rights when we are ran down and hunted like animals just for voicing Andrew Brown's name.
Right.
The black man that was murdered at the hands of pigs.
Yes.
And they arrest you.
Right.
And it's unconstitutional, y'all. Y'all need to go right over to this building right here and go downstairs and file a grievance. They don't get anything else. They don't get it. Unfortunately, all we get is most of the time in cases like this, we don't get a conviction. You know what they do? Take some money, honey. And it ain't even the pigs they gotta pay at the county. You would think that at least, like, some county official, not the man that came out here the other day, the black man, anybody know his name? The guy that was here yesterday that said that people were violent, that's why police are in riot gear?
None of them violent.
Nobody, I've never seen any. Y'all are peaceful.
We've been peaceful.
Y'all are so peaceful. I love it. I love it. But y'all don't understand what y'all are teaching the world. Y'all are teaching the world that even when we be peaceful, y'all still not going to give us what's rightfully ours and what's just in the system that is presumed to be.
Right.
Non-biased, but it is biased.
Say that shit.
So I don't know how long y'all are going to have to do this.
It don't matter. Every day.
But as long as y'all are out here,
as long as we get justice.
whenever I'm available, I don't care if they say, oh, people are coming in. We stand in solidarity. We're not out here to start anything.
Right.
We want to finish a horrible thing that happened to Andrew Brown. That's it. We want answers. So don't feel bad because people come to support y'all.
We don't feel bad.
There are people and people want to be here with y'all and cannot. And I come here because I am able and because I have got to know y'all and y'all are my family. Drew is my family. I feel him in my heart and y'all need to at least see the video. That's it. If he did so much wrong, show the video. Show the video. And then you want to say to the immediate family and one lawyer,
tell it like it is, my girl.
What?
You telling the truth, mommy.
So Auntie can't go see? What?
Because they hide it.
Yeah, they're hot. That's exactly what it is. They don't want it to be disseminated. They don't want that. They don't want it to spread. Then you're going to put this whole, guess what? Then they're going to be investigated. And other than what they have done to Drew, it will come out and these people know they will have to pay y'all for all the oppressive, racist BS that they have put y'all through.
Tell the truth, bro. You telling the truth.
I'm here with y'all for Drew.
You keeping it real, mommy.
And this is nice. This really is. But
they got caught with that dirt.
No, some people, some of his family left. Some of them left. Because it's like, wait, what are we doing? It's BS. So whatever y'all want to do, I'm with you.
I know that's right, baby.
All right. Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Andrew Brown. 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 No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Police. If we don't get no justice, then we don't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, then we don't get no peace.
I've been keeping up with you out here. Appreciate it.
Shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down.
No. Like when you, I'm a burner account. I type in your name in. I type in
fuck 12.
Stuff pops up.
Fuck 12.
Go on YouTube, check it out. Type in
I'm just watching Unstoppable right now.
multiple of the live
Fuck
streams.
12.
You go to the page, you see the friends type
They out there watching the damn movie right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Hey, my guy, yeah.
Don't just watch that 66 we built these goals.
That's good boy, you gotta go.
Thank y'all for having me in this little circle right here. In this black circle.
Yeah, I'm talking about it.
I gotta fly back to Seattle tomorrow morning. It's a circle of people who want justice for Andrew Brown Jr. It's a circle of people standing right next to these shops and these chairs. They want to keep us away from peace. They want to keep us away from justice. They want to keep us away from that whole case. They want to keep us away from light and love for our people in our community. Whether it's in Elizabeth City,
What was your
or
flight?
Raleigh, or Charlotte, or wherever across this goddamn state. This enemy, the eternal enemy of the police, or the cops, they've been doing it for like 20 years now. They're the ones that keep oppressing us. For the ones in power. They're the ones that keep the knee on our neck. And the same shit has happened in this city. It's the same shit that happened in Charlotte with Frankie Jennings on his birthday, March 23rd, killed by the cops. And Jada Peterson and Lenny Canal too. The same thing that happened in Raleigh with Pete Thomas. Same thing that happens everywhere in this state. We as black will pull up every day, any day, every time of the day, bring a shopping street for ours, for our people, for black people, for all of us.
I've been seeing some that blow my mind. There was a lot of held space there.
Get up, fuck 12! Fuck 12! Fuck 12!
You might see 5 or 6 people. Yeah. Like it's ain't the same, but it's crazy. So the video that they put out, it shows LAPD pretty much flexing. Their flexing is what got him killed. Really? Yeah, them showing out something. So watching people out there, and that's what the night they went into the West End and shot at them. Really? Like all the videos came out.
On Life stuff?
Yeah. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah.
What's this? What time is it? 10 o'clock? Right
You'll think after the past year, other surrounding cities, especially like small places like this, they wouldn't be trying to as much as they're doing.
You should have seen it last night, unless you were watching the stream last night.
I was watching.
I couldn't believe it. Like, because we've been in bigger cities, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the police would come out and swoop in, it's a big number. But like, I went down the street and talked to the captain, and I'm like, hey man, what's the deal with curfew? Like, you know, and he was just like, he was like repressed, and he was like, so, and he was like, whatever. Then I looked down the corner, man, like, it was just, it was like 100, at least 100 dudes, like, and there was a group like 5 this side. No one was in. No one was in block. It wasn't like there was a group looking like there he is. It was just like mostly just people were like. I gotta watch out these copyright strikes, man.
I know, right?
Yeah. Which sucks, not
you and these, we're all doing things in our own way, and we're all bringing our different talents. And so I'm just going to do one more short echo song, and the words are: forget your perfect offering, just ring the bells that you can ring. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Forget your perfect offering. Forget your perfect offering. Just ring the bells that you can ring. Just ring the bells that you can ring. There is a crack in everything. There is a crack in everything. That's how. That's how. That's how. That's how. The light gets in. The light gets in. Forget your perfect offering. Forget your perfect offering. Just ring the bells that you can ring. Ring the bells that you can ring. There is a crack in everything. There is a crack in everything. That's how. That's how. The light. The light. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. Forget your perfect offering. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. There is a crack in everything. That's how. That's how. The light. The light. That's how the light gets in. 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 Thank you. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much, Erica. That was really, really awesome and moving. So that's basically it. Thank you so much to everyone for coming out. I'd really like to thank all of our coalition partners in putting this on: the Coalition of Seattle Indian Americans, the Community Alliance for Global Justice, the Washington Fair Trade Coalition, Socialist Alternative Seattle, and Councilmember Shama Sawan's office. All put in a lot of work to put this together. So it's that's really great. This is just a few next steps. Of course, this isn't the end-all be-all, right? This is one escalation as part of an overall movement that can pressure the billionaires and the Biden administration to concede on our demand of granting these necessary IP waivers. So that way we can ramp up production in all countries to provide life-saving vaccines, not for profit, but to save people's lives. So, again, really important, if you haven't yet, please go into your phone and type in tinyurl.com in your browser, tinyurl.com/freethevaccine-now. You can send an email to the Biden administration highlighting that demand. It's again tinyurl.com/freethevaccine-now. You can share our live stream too. It's going to wrap up here in a second, but you can share it on social media from the Socialist Alternative Seattle Facebook page, and also too in your tweets. If you're tweeting about this, you can use the hashtag Seattle for People's Vaccine. It's a good way to denote that we were out here in our action today. Also, too, coming out of this, like I mentioned earlier, Socialist Alderman in Chicago, Byron Sigcho Lopez, is bringing forward a resolution similar to what we want here in Seattle. It's important for all of us to be supporting movements of working class people in other cities, like in Chicago. But we also just received word that another city council member from Cambridge, Massachusetts, is planning to bring forward another resolution that makes 3 cities that are going to be fighting for this.
Yeah.
And just finally, all of the coalition groups that I just listed, if you can go online, follow our pages on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. That way we can keep you plugged in for more actions that are going to be coming up, and so that way you can stay plugged into the movement and building working class actions from there. Yeah. Cool. All right, gonna have Sujata come up here for a second.
Thank you to everyone for coming. Apart from the coalition groups and those who mobilized for the Seattle Council resolution, I also wanted to thank a few individual members who really helped bring this event to fruition today. We have Jordan, we have Raghav. Just raise your hand so everybody can know who you are. We have Smriti, Uma, Prashant, Noel, and Hillary. Thank you very much, and a special shout out to Hillary because she is visiting us all the way from New Mexico just to be here this evening. Noel, sorry, I'm so sorry. I got confused with the mask. I'm really sorry. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day, and let's keep the pressure going. Thanks a lot.
Great. That was a great speech. Thank you.
If anyone's not going to leave yet, we're going to take a picture real quick by the sign. So.
positive, kind of family friendly, all that sort of stuff. There was a curfew in place Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of 8 p.m. and they changed it to be a midnight curfew. The speculation I've kind of heard is that perhaps not just so much because of, there's some kind of like legal reason for that, but that a 8 p.m. curfew would really interfere with kind of the economy here, right? Like restaurants, bars, I mean, there's a million reasons you could imagine that an 8 p.m. curfew impacts the city. And so anyhow, it became a midnight curfew this evening, one way or another. And also important is that they put it on record that press is exempt from the curfew, which was always true, but now there's an actual letter from the city's attorney, the county attorney saying so. So at this point, the question is really what's basically going to happen next. So for the last 3 nights, what's happened is that, people have marched from about 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. They've usually paused and then held another march to somewhere for the first 2 nights, and police intercepted them and kind of arrested people beginning at 2 hours and 3 hours after the curfew, respectively. And then last night, they gathered and ended here, and they didn't march, but police intervened at about 9:30, only about an hour and a half after the beginning of curfew. So this time, the curfew begins at midnight, which is, a full sort of few hours now. But, so the question is basically, are police going to enforce curfew if people continue to just stand around in the parking lot, or, would it take them marching? Of course, the police have contended that they're both doing curfew enforcement as well as enforcement of rules against marching in the streets. So, of course, if they do decide to make it into a march and then they occupy the street, then they're going to, then police would probably have the same reason to justification to make it happen. So, if they're basically just singing and playing music, that's all going to cause the stream to be messed up by copyright issues anyway. I'm going to cut the feed here. I guess it's 10:17 p.m. It will be a couple hours before curfew is technically enforceable. So I will continue to post updates on Twitter @FordFisher, and I will live stream again when either the police intervene or doing marching activism as opposed to sort of being here and playing music and so forth. Whichever happens first. So stay tuned. I probably will go live again tonight, but for now I'm going to call it on this stream. So see you later tonight. Thanks for watching.
I don't really do much on the gram, but I mostly do stuff on Twitter, honestly, just that's what we do for the paper. The 2 things I don't use enough of because there's so much other stuff to do, like Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. I don't like Twitter, but it's the industry is and I tell you, that's what everyone's on. It's Twitter chat, everything's play-by-play in it. Live tweet, that's why I need to start with live tweet. Maybe I should do that with one of my other rig setups too, do something like that. But hey, good talking, man. Maybe we'll roll cross paths again here soon. All right, brother. Take care of yourself. Man, it's cold. It's getting it's just the weather can't make up its mind for me, y'all. Legit. I go from 70 degrees in Seattle to 30 degrees in Minneapolis to 85 degrees in North Carolina to now it's the same in North Carolina, but it is getting super cold. Actually, man, while I'm standing here, I'm gonna go over here and grab a snack real quick. This is something else too, you guys. This is like every protest you go to, every gathering, every anything. Let me show you guys real quick the snack table here. Killing it. Oh, there's some water too. They got openings. Oh, I knew that was weird. I wish there. Right? I know I saw it. I was like, yes. Should have brought my hoodie. It's cold.
No, I didn't push the button.
Thank you, Brenda.
And an easy way for you to take action right now is to tell the city council to put that $5.4 million that SPD did in overtime when they were brutalizing protesters into PB, which will fund projects that would help the Black community and fund a different type of system when it comes to public safety, to where we're not followed by executioners. So where that when we get stopped, when a Black person gets stopped, they don't feel like they're going to be murdered or slaughtered. We're talking about investing in the city. We're all taking action to ensure that investment actually comes through. Because all those folks that protested on the street last summer, when we got that 20%, the mayor is doing everything she can to send a giant fuck you to protesters, to Black folks, that she doesn't care about getting that 20% that was defunded from SPD into actual allocated resources for folks. Because we have $28 million in it that has not been touched, and we are in debt. We're not up in debt. We are almost halfway through the year, and the money that was promised to the Black community has not been touched or like anything. And I say, fuck that. It is important that all of us call city council, email city council. You can tweet them. Take 30 minutes of your day to send emails. Take 30 minutes of your day to tell folks. We have the defund on Instagram, a Black Action Coalition. It tells people the cops are complaining on Como News about they're not being able to do staffing because a bunch of officers quit. But Como News did not name those officers that the best SPD put out there. No news outlet in Seattle told the story of SPD officers that were at the Capitol riot. How convenient. It's important that they hear it. And we're going to keep making people angry. We're going to keep making people mad when we fuck up their Friday evening, because without justice, Black folks will not give anybody no type of fucking peace, and we mean that. Indigenous people will not give anybody.
Hey, Tasha.
We will not stop until our community has the resources to thrive and survive. It's just that simple. And I'm not going to get tired. We just getting started. Last year was literally setting the foundation. We're just getting started. So, hey, y'all ready to talk?
Always. I need to put my sweater on. I'm getting cold.
Yeah, we're going to take her a walk and everything.
Too.